This video is going to cover how you can actually set up these buckets or categories or whatever you want to call them in terms of these are tags, but these are holders for the values that you're going to add at some stage in the process. So the process is basically, we're setting up the tag process is effectively we're setting up a tag bucket to hold the tags. How do we add the tags to those buckets? And then how do we apply them? Where can we do that? And then how do we apply them to products? And then the final stage is where are they used? Obviously, an integration to e-commerce sites and other specific platforms. How do you want to use them? So we're going to look at the process for doing that. So set up a tag category. We're just going to pull it out from the this is only for administrators, this part. We're effectively going to the tag list object. We're going to select a type from, we're going to select a pick list, which is called type from the field. We're going to add the category name, and then we're going to add any lookups if any integrations to external systems are required for that name. So we do that here. We basically navigate to, in the PIM, to these menus here. So the tag list, this will bring us to, the list that we're going to add to. I just want to add, say, an alternate color. So I'm going to just add a list so it appears here called alternate color. So to do that, I navigate to the object. So from the menu, just select tag list. This is going to give you a slightly different display, but for administrators you're going to see the actual object here in this top left hand corner. Click the little arrow down here and just choose object definition. This will take you into the back end, and you only have to do this once. So we're going to just come down into the object definition, choose fields, and the field that we want is this one called type. So we're going to edit that, and this is going to give you a list, so a pick list that you're actually seeing in the system. So you can see it, these are the ones that we're physically seeing in the system. So what I want to do is just add one called alternate color. Don't worry about where you're adding it, so we'll just call it alternate color, and we'll give it a integration, a lookup. This part here, this pipe signifies that if you need to use this with other systems, it will physically allow you to do that. So let's just use that as a lookup for this. So I've added my pick list option into the pick list. So it's going to sort it automatically, leave everything else the same. This is only a one-off that you need to do this, or at an initial setup. But this is where you do this. I'm going to just return to the PIM, and if I refresh the page, so just go back to my tags list. I can see it's not here yet because there's no tags associated with it. So if I now select, this is how I can add tags just in this method. So what I want to do is I want to select the type. It's now in the pick list. I just want to all green or high green. So we're adding, tags to this element. So it's in the alt list. I'll add some more. You can start to see that, it's now appeared in that. I've added a few tags to it. I'll just add one more. So select all green, and we'll just have dark red. So these are tags that we can now use against the product. So if I just go back into my tag lists to have a look, I've got them there. Let's say I've got no products associated with them. So if I just wanted now to associate some products, with this. Let's just say, we're here. We're going to cover this. There's nothing in the tag list in those new ones, so it's now in my list. I want this to appear under the medium green and elements. So we'll just save. It's now in the system. If I go back to my tag list, tags, alternate colors, medium green, I can now start to see I'm allocating it into actual products.